Choo choo!
Now arriving, the Girlypop hype train.
Happy Pokemon Day! I feel like the question of 2025 is, will Pokemon reheat their nachos? Now, we're all big Pokemon fans here, but let's be real, a lot of the antis are out here saying Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the end of Pokemon. If you ask me, Pokemon is such a big game that there's just always going to be detractors. If you don't like Pokemon, that's fine. I don't know why you're here watching this video, but we all love Pokemon. And this morning, I got up, I got ready, and I recorded an entire reaction and commentary to the entire Pokemon Day presentation. And we are going to be digging into that today. So what you're going to be seeing today is my full reaction, and then at the end, we're going to be discussing more about Legenza. While I love the full Pokemon franchise and I love to give commentary on everything, I mainly focus on the video games, but there are some cool things that we talk about in the reaction, so feel free to peruse and use the chapters to check all of that out. I also, a couple days ago, asked the community on Instagram and my YouTube community page which Pokemon they think need their nachos reheated, as well as some of mine that I think need to have their nachos reheated. So we're going to get into your takes at the end of the video as well, and let me just say, some of the things that y'all say really crack me up, so I'm excited mostly to talk about that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the reaction, and then we're going to meet up and talk and key and spill the tea. I'll see you later. Hi, Pikachu.
It's now possible to enjoy Pokemon each day in a variety of ways.
They got the app, they got the game, they got the TV show.
We hope to keep bringing you new experiences to brighten your day-to-day lives with Pokemon.
It's the Pokemon ecosystem, honey. Stay subscribed.
In today's broadcast,
it's the Netflix series Pokemon Concierge, taking place at the Pokemon Resort on a tropical island. The story
Y'all let me
follows
know. They posted this on YouTube. Y'all let me know if you want to do a watch together. I don't know if it'd be copyright stricken, but that might be fun on the main YouTube channel. Maybe.
Its charm lies in the warm visuals.
I love the
that can be
felt
achieved
look to
only
them.
through- Take a first look at a few of the Pokemon. They
Oh,
will
that's
in this
cool.
motion test footage.
The behind the
Just look at the
scenes.
personality and-
I would love to see something like
But
that.
there's more.
I love behind the scenes of like high production. Like I love to know what like these big like Pokemon is such a huge company. I would love to like see a behind the scenes of how they produce their products and their shows and stuff. By the way, Miss Girl here, you can't mess with her. Like the concealer laid, the powder on. She eats. What's her name again?
Hello everyone, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon
Takato Utsunomiya is always giving the girls a look.
In Pokemon Go Tour Unova Global will take place on March 1st and March 2nd. This event
What
can
I
be
need is a
enjoyed at
Unova
no
remake.
cost from
Get it
anywhere
out
in
of
the
Pokemon
world
Go
where
and put it onto
Pokemon
my
Go is
console.
available.
Let's go to
Also,
Walmart and catch
trainers will soon have a chance to
Kyurem.
encounter Victini and Shiny
Shiny
Meloetta. We'll also
Meloetta?
share-
I know Pokemon Go girls are always eating. They always get the good stuff. What's this? Why is it running at 30 frames per second? Oh, Masters. No, May ate that. The moment she showed up, I was like, what's going on? Look. Yeah, honey. I love how they give the trainers different costumes. Even Brendan's eating a little bit, yeah. Ooh. And Steven has like 10 costumes in Masters too. Okay, Cafe Remix. I like the art in Cafe Remix. I haven't played it, but I do like the art. I like the beat. This is all building up to the big game reveal, right? Little apple treats with our cute, I love the art. I like hoard the transparent PNGs of all of the Pokemon Concierge stuff. So I'm really happy to know that my videos will have more Pokemon assets to be using. Wait a minute. I know that they've been wanting the girls to watch that new up there, the new Dragonite thing. I'm sure we're going to see something of that. Dragonite, it's 2025 is the year of Dragonite. I'm happy to see it because she has so much cute factor, and I want them to explore that more. The Petite Diva. Wait, is Pokemon Sleep getting a Nightmare update? Nightmares by Pokemon. Night Terrors by Pokemon. Oh, and then Cresselia is going to heal you if you subscribe for $10 a month. Yes, honey. Banish the nightmare. They are so extra with this. Okay, Pokemon Unite. What crazy drag are they going to put Ho-Ho in? Girl, this is the All-Stars of Pokemon. I know the girls get into Pokemon Unite, but the drag looks get me together. Okay, Raichu, Alolan Raichu and Alcremie in the game. Okay, girly pops are eating. I already know that the chat in my Discord is blowing up about this one. Suicune is introducing Alolan Raichu and Alcremie.
Remote Stadium will be returning to ranked
The girls will be
matches.
logging in. The girls will be girling and fighting in Pokemon Unite with the new drag and the 2 new Girlypop additions. Alolan Raichu for the gay boys, because I know the gay boys love to run Alolan Raichu in every single team. And Alcremie for the dolls. Yep. Pokemon TCG Pocket, I'm pretty sure there was an article that came out that said that they made like $3 billion. People are wailing on this JPEG simulator, and I live for it because, I mean, I'm a free-to-play player, but I'm really into TCG Pocket. I have a whole little kitty cat deck with like Purloin and stuff. Ooh, we're gonna get a new expansion, aren't we? They're gonna reveal it. Where are we going? Tyranitar. Obama. Okay. Wait, no, because when they do these, I have to pause. I do this all the time. So we're getting like a Speedlink Rotom. If you have Oh, my thing is blocking it. If you have Arceus, we're getting Arceus. Please let us get Arceus with different types. Like, I want a fairy type Arceus, please. Shaman's getting the non-binary form Shaman. Ooh, TCG Pocket's about to get very sickening. Yeah, it's about to get very sickening. Yep. Hi, Arceus. Triumphant Lights. I like that Crobat's on the front. I'm so happy to see my girl Crobat getting her flowers. No, because the real TCG is where they really get down. Look at this. Look at already the budget. The card on the mount. This is so camp. Hold up. The card on the mountains. EX. I don't play the real TCG. Girl. Okay, Mega Lucario, you better get that, girl. Oh, we're getting Megas. Megas are coming back. Megas are coming back. Megas are coming back. Oh my god. Mega Evolution is coming in 2025.
Celebrating Pokemon Day with a Rotom phone case giveaway.
Girl, it's been 2 years. I've caught all these Pokemon 10 times already. I actually literally have a shiny of each of these Pokemon. Everybody please make sure to buy Scarlet and Violet so they can fund the next game.
Please have a look at this video.
Right. On the Game Boy, we're playing Pokemon Red and Blue. Hook it up, battle, and trade. 90s core. Pokken Tournament, the slept on lost gem. Gen Z, that's y'all. Me trying to enjoy Scarlet and Violet. Let me stop. Me playing TCG Pocket. Wait a minute. What is this? Oh, they said Pokemon Showdown? Honey, you wanted a showdown. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? It's like a multiplayer, like cross-platform moment. Okay. Mega Charizard? With Terastallation? I know Wolf, that one person Wolf that everybody comments in my stuff, that famous PokeTuber, shaking after that. Terastallization and Megas in the same battle? Pokemon Extravaganza champions versus the world. Interesting.
Game Freak, the developer of the core games, is carrying out the planning for this project, while development is being handled by the Pokemon Works.
So they've been doing that lately. I mean, the scale in which the products that they're trying to develop in video games has been so crazy that it's impossible for one company to make all these games at once. So I think Pokemon Works is like their company that like sort of delegates the work out to third parties. But what I did notice, the models of the characters are the same as Scarlet and Violet. And I was talking to my boyfriend about this. I want them to stick to one engine, one art style, because they keep switching. They went from like the 3D and 3DS era, which was really cute. They went to Sword and Shield, which was really cute. And then they went to Scarlet and Violet, which was not as cute because the game wasn't finished. Those are three distinct art styles, like completely different models for the Pokemon, completely different models for the characters. That's all a lot of assets that they had to start over again and again and again. I think that contributed to the fact that Scarlet and Violet felt so like halfway done, because they had a really tight schedule. They made that game in like 2 years, which is very, very quick for a game as big as Pokemon. They need to just stick to one engine, because if you look at the timeline from like the DS era up to like Black and White 2, the end of the DS era, they were really finessing because they took the time to just understand one framework, one art style. I don't want to call it an engine because I don't know if they're still working in the same engine, but they're working with the same assets. And when you allow a team to work with the same assets over years and years and years and years, it becomes better and better. Like you can see that in Overwatch to Overwatch 2. It's the same assets. They're just building on top of it. The team has learned how to work with it. You see it in like MMORPGs too, like or live service games that have been out, like online multiplayer games that have been out for a long period of time. They tend to look better towards the end because the team has had time to work with that space. So I'm really happy to see that. I'm really happy to see that. I'm hoping that they just stick to it, because I do think Scarlet and Violet can look really pretty if they take the time to like actually be able to add like shadows and shaders.
What's more, you can also connect with Pokemon Home.
Nice. They're making a whole ecosystem. Here's another thing that I've noticed Nintendo's been doing, as well as like big companies like Pokemon, is they are telling their investors that they're all working on big ecosystems. Like, you know, Apple does it, Spotify does it, YouTube does it. They want people subscribed to things. And the reason why Pokemon switched from bank to home and has started to like sort of really lean into home is because I think they're trying to create a whole ecosystem where all of their applications, all of their games, all of their products can interact with each other in the same like cloud ecosystem. And I like that. For Pokemon, I like that because Pokemon is a collectathon, and I have collected a lot of Pokemon. Like, yes, it's a premium luxury, but Pokemon is one of the only things that gives me joy in this world. So, you know what? Whatever. If they want to enhance the experience with like a cloud-based thing and actually lean into it and actually dedicate to it this time, I'm happy. So Champions is going to be kind of like you can use your home,
for future announcements,
and it's almost like home will be the new national dex. Okay, that's really cool.
Here's the latest update on Pokemon
Here we go.
Legends ZA.
Here we go. Come on, show us some new forms. Reheat those nachos, baby. Fashion. Okay. They're using the same engine as Scarlet and Violet, so that means that they're committing. Chikorita! Oh my god! No, I'm shaking because I love these 3 starters. I love these 3 starters so much. I know it sounds crazy, but I was talking to people on my chat, in my streams, talking to my boyfriend. Chikorita, Tepig, and Feraligatr. Oh my god, that means that they're all getting a new form. And I love these 3 Pokemon so much. The second stage of this one, Croconaw, I love it. I want to see them lean into that. And please give us a fairy type Meganium. I can't wait to see it. I love the Legenza playstyle. That's so interesting. Wait a minute. It's like the city itself is a wilds. It's like a Safari Zone almost. Gen 6 Safari Zone T. How are they going to do? Oh, that's so exciting. Legends was so good. Like, we were all nervous when Legends was first announced in the first game for Arceus, but I think all of us who played Legends can respect the fact that Legends is a really great addition into the Pokemon series, and I think we're all really excited to play it. Like, it allows for so much creativity. Ooh, we're floating, honey. Hi, Miss Diva. Ooh, wait. Pyroar, Lucario, Mega Evolution, Mega Lucario, is that what we're getting? Yes, girl. Hold up. Sableye, Absol, Kangaskhan, they're all coming back. They're all coming back, honey. They're all coming back. Altaria, I see you there. Ampharos, I see you there. Gardevoir, I see you there. Skip on that Charizard, girl. I'm like, there's so many... This aesthetic is going to be so fun. What is the story going to be about? I love both of these. What's on his head? Is that a new Pokemon on his head? Because you know, it's like it could be like an accessory or something. It has eyes, it looks like, or maybe it's like berries or something. Ass in the floette. Hi, Miss Zygarde. Did her little booty, did it light up? Why did it light up like that? Okay, so this is more or less what I thought we would see.
Pokemon Legends ZA is a new title in the Pokemon series.
The reveal of the
takes place
starters
in
is big.
Lumiose-
I'm like scanning to see all of the confirmed Pokemon in the Legends decks. So it seems like we get all the EVs, which I'm happy. I wonder if we can
sites. You'll
customize
meet
our clothes
3
like we
Pokemon,
did.
One of which will become your first partner. Chikorita, Tepig,
Yeah.
and Totodile.
Yeah, Totodile, hi.
You'll choose one of these Pokemon to accompany you on a new journey as you get to know Lumiose City and its
I'm gonna have to do 3
inhabitants.
playthroughs because I like all 3.
Here are some of the colorful characters you'll encounter.
Az looks
When
really
you arrive
good.
in Lumiose, you'll meet a new friend and ally.
An ally.
Either Urbane,
Be who you are. Yes, allies.
the hotel where you'll be staying is
You know how they say tall
hotel-
people, they have bad joints? Look at that knee pad, girl.
where you'll be staying is run by AZ. You'll also meet his partner, Floette.
Yes!
Lumiose's
Eternal
redevelopment
Floette
is
is
being
such an
managed by
icon.
Quasartico Inc. You'll become acquainted with the company's CEO Jet and her secretary Vinny.
That headpiece, girl. I'm really interested in that headpiece. That looks like a ground type Jumpluff. You know how I get about Jumpluff.
Your type.
Wow, Bumblebee
Catch
actually
one of
looks
these
really good in
wild
this game.
Pokemon, aim the
I
making it
like to
easier
see them
catch.
leaning into the Legends thing. It actually looks really good and fun. The Pokemon look good.
This game offers a style of Pokemon battling not seen in previous titles. Moves
So
can
is it
have a longer or
different?
shorter reach, or different areas of effect.
Oh.
So choose your timing and positioning carefully to gain the upper hand.
It's like dynamic. I like that. The battle system looks pretty fun.
As
I like
Lumiose
Legends.
continues its transformation into a city that
The thing about it is when the first Legends came out, I was very apprehensive and I was like, oh, this looks bad. But after playing that last Legends, I really loved it. Like, it was honestly one of my favorite Pokemon games to have come out. So I'm really hopeful about this. I already know people are going to be talking about how it looks, but let's be real. The Nintendo Switch, we're waiting for the Switch 2, and I'm hoping that we get a bit of a graphics update or something. But people are going to come for whatever they can whenever a Pokemon game comes out. This is looking fun to me.
Pokemon Legends ZA.
Late 2025. So this is going to be a
coming
holiday
late
release.
2025.
Okay. So that means that we're getting the next Gen 10 probably 2026. What's this, honey? Promotion match announcement. Oh, come on. You can't do that to us. So I'm happy to see new starters get announced. That means that they're going to roll out some different reveals later. That means that we can start keying on what we want to see. All the Mega Evolutions are coming back. And the battle system looks fun. It looks similar to Legends Arceus, but it looks like they've added a little bit of remixing to it to keep it fresh. Yeah, let's get into the discussion. Okay, so like I said in the reaction, this is more or less what I was expecting. I just want to say I'm so happy to see Chikorita getting her flowers. I think no matter what your opinion might be about the reveal of the starters, I think we can all agree that Chikorita deserves this moment. I could go on and on about how much I love Chikorita and how much I'm so happy to see Meganium getting her moment because she is one of the Girlypop starters and she deserves to rise and modernize with the likes of Delphox and Primarina and all of the other girls that have had their moment to be in a modern game and to have their modern spotlight. I think Meganium is going to knock this out of the park. I'm personally hoping that we get a fairy grass alternate third evolution or mega evolution. I have been saying for years that Chikorita needs to have her moment, so I do believe I have some manifestation powers. I'm speaking that out into the universe right now. Mega grass fairy or a new third evolution grass fairy or both. Thank you. I'm really happy to see them taking their time with Generation 10. As much as I want a new generation, I want that new generation to be good, not only because I'm a selfish diva and I want the best Pokemon game that I can get, but also I really want to see this company stay on top, on their throne, Pokemon is the biggest multimedia franchise, but as they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I just feel like Scarlet and Violet really didn't knock the ball out of the park. The standards are really, really high for a company like this, and they really need to take their time to polish things out. They're like Beyonce level. Like, we will wait for the release, girl. The fans, we're gonna buy the game, but we all know how video game discussions can get. If one Reddit post, one tweet, one bad YouTube video comes out about your product, you're done. So take your time with it. Take your time with it. I'm glad to see them in the same engine with Pokemon Legends. I'm glad to see them building up assets. I'm hoping with the Nintendo Switch 2, we'll finally be able to see some shadows in that engine, but I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. One thing that I noticed was every big release, the physical media, trading cards, the new Pokemon Champions, and Pokemon Legends, they all feature megas in a real way. Some of the younger divas might not know this, but those of you who are my age will remember they were putting out official statements when Generation 8 was getting ready that megas are done. And what's really cool is not only are they making megas real in the trading card game, making megas real in Pokemon Champions, but they're also mixing it in a way where they stand apart from the gimmicks. This is fun for me because what I'm immediately thinking is the possibility that they will, over time, add megas the same way that they add regional forms. You get what I'm saying? Terastallization, Dynamaxing, these are like power-up forms, but megas are now starting to feel like an accessible new form of evolution. Some Pokemon are now maybe able to access a 4th evolution if you have the appropriate stone, but it won't change up the gameplay. It won't prevent you from being able to terastallize. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's really fun to see them broadening the possibilities of how Pokemon is. That's all to say, I like this new approach of Mega Evolutions, and I'm really excited to see if they're going to use this new sort of avenue to express Pokemon differently. Another thing I noticed in the trailers, I keep my eyes peeled for character customization because I love playing dress up. I noticed that the masculine and the feminine player character had 2 different pants. Now, we all know that Scarlet and Violet really dropped the ball with character customization, but Pokemon Legends Arceus was really amazing with character customization. I'm interested to see if the Scarlet and Violet engine still prevents us from having character customization. The 2 different pants feels a little bit hopeful, but there's no real confirmation on if we will be able to customize our characters. Since we are on this topic, I want to say that I still think that it's possible, and I still think that this was something that they intended for Scarlet and Violet, what with being able to express your character more. The reason why I say this is Scarlet and Violet, you can just Google it really quick, had a notoriously fast and chaotic development cycle. Them starting with a brand new engine with all of the circumstances involved and the really short deadline. Sometimes when you play the game, and if you're like a gamer like me that gets really into design and like trying to look at things and wonder, you know, what were they thinking when they tried to implement this part? What did the artist have to do when they had to do this? What did the coder have to do when they had to do this? What challenges might they have faced? Scarlet and Violet seems to have remnants and skeletons of concepts of customization. I find it really interesting that in Scarlet and Violet, one of the intro sequences of the base game puts you into your dorm and then you never visit it again. It almost seems as though they wanted you to do something with your dorm and then they just had to cut it to be able to finish the game as much as they possibly could finish it, because girl, we all played it, we know how finished that game was. But what's interesting is in the DLC, Indigo Disc, the part of the game that came out last, the part of the game that they might have had the most time to develop, did incorporate a little bit of character customization in the home base, like housing aspect. So I'm like, okay, maybe they had that in the works and they just didn't have the time to finish it. Another thing that makes me really wonder about this is the fact that in Scarlet and Violet, this is the first Pokemon game that gives you the most like hair, eyebrow, eyelash options. You have so many options to customize your face, more so than they did in Generation 6, 7, 8. And then suddenly, we can't customize our clothes. The juxtaposition of those two things existing really make me believe that they wanted to give us even more player expression, but they just did not have the time to be able to render that many clothes, to be able to develop all the 3D models, to be able to fit it to all of the different ways, prevent clipping and all these kinds of things. Please, somebody who's a 3D animator, if you watch my channel, please comment and let me know if I'm on the right track. I believe that it takes a lot of like sort of trial and error back and forth to be able to add things like clothing into the game and stuff like that. A third thing that makes me believe that they purposefully limited character customization is in the base game of Scarlet and Violet, if you actually buy all the clothes in the entire game, some people's games run really bad because I feel like the way that they managed like loading assets and loading information was like jank, girl. I really believe that that game was rushed, and it's just left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth, and I get very defensive and very concerned when I see that engine is still there, but I'm like, okay, maybe they're sticking to it, maybe they're trying to polish it, maybe they're trying to finally show us the original vision. But all that's to say is, please, Legends, give us character customization, because if you don't, that's going to be very bad for you. I'm gonna play it, but it's gonna be very bad for you, Pokemon, if you don't give us character customization. You can't, it's like giving a baby candy and then trying to not give them candy again, you know? Real quickly, I want to mention this video by Lorekeeper Toby about Zygarde. Lorekeeper Toby's video does a really nice way of telling the story of Zygarde, and as we all know, Zygarde kind of got chopped. But I do think that Zygarde is really perfect for a Legends game. Zygarde has really good lore to it, and it's so perfect for this brand of Pokemon if they still stay in that lane of Legends. I love lore in big universes like this, and I'm really excited to see what they do with Zygarde. So all that yapping done, let's get into the Girlypop Takes for which Pokemon need to have their Nachos reheated. Now we're going to talk about some of the top posts in specifically the YouTube comment section, the ones that people liked the most. Wishy Dude brings up a really good point, talking about like using the new addition of Deontay into the rock type conversation to add a little bit more diva essence to traditionally non-girly pop Pokemon. Specifically, where I'm going with this is like rock type. I've always thought that Gigalith looks pretty cool. It's not necessarily girly pop, but like when you see it's shiny, you really see its potential. It would be really fun to see like a full line of like rock type gem Pokemon. And I've always thought that like the through line between Carbink to Deontay feels like there was something there in their planning that didn't get fully expressed in the final game. I would like to see more things like Carbink and Deontay. Like, wouldn't it be cool if Deontay can kind of have its lore be expanded on and she becomes like this sort of princess or queen of like cute gem rock Pokemon? Terra was really hilarious. I just want to read this out. At this point, I just need Psyduck to do anything with her nachos. Reheat, deep fry, whatever. Like, girl, it's been 30 years now. I'm afraid the headache is played out. The other early gen girls like Pikachu and Eevee have taken bold new business ventures, whereas Psyduck has been clinging to her nachos for dear life and is now starting to pay the price for it. This is true. Psyduck could like get actually like a really cool psychedelic moment. Could you imagine like a mega or an alternate evolution where Psyduck finally takes control of its like powers and it like becomes one and it becomes zen and it becomes centered? Yeah. See, that would be really powerful because Psyduck does have that joke and that gimmick, but it's played out. We don't laugh about it anymore, but we know that it's the joke. Like Psyduck is always going to be like, my head hurts, and we're like, oh yeah, that's what Psyduck does. What if this time, maybe in Legends or maybe in Generation 10, she's like, my head hurts, wait. No, it doesn't. Your head hurts. That could gag. Nunya Business says Musharna needs love. In my original post, I featured some Pokemon that I think need their nachos reheated, and I agree, Musharna does need love. I think the combination of Musharna's references, it being a Unova Pokemon, which means it's intrinsically trying to remix other Pokemon. Like Unova has so many different mirrors between like the classic games, because Unova in Generation 5 was like a big swan song for the DS and 2D era of Pokemon. I think that Musharna supposed to be like a remix of Drowsy, but the mixture of like all of those design elements, and it's referencing the Baku in Japanese mythology, and it's really pink and femme and cute and pretty. I naturally love Musharna, and it would be fun to see Musharna getting a mega evolution where it's kind of like Altaria in the sense where it mega evolves and it like is like resting on some clouds or something. Could you imagine it? See, I'm not an artist, so I won't be able to show y'all what I mean, but I hope that y'all can visualize what I'm saying. Now, Alien Love is putting out something quite controversial. Alien Love says, Jinx, controversy has shadowed her entire career, but we can't act as if she wasn't stomping into cancel with her middle part and gown and trying to make her mark. It's never going to happen, but I would love to see her get her new form. That recent leak makes me believe that they do want to do something with Jinx, but they are worried for valid reasons. There's a lot of unpacking that's happened over like decades about the Gyaru, but at the end of the day, I do believe that Jinx resonates with a lot of people, but I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? Do we feel as though Gyaru has evolved in a way that feels more sensitive? Do we feel like Jinx should just stay on the wayside? But if she does get a mega evolution, they need to make her look like a drag queen. That's all I'm saying.
I forgot to record an outro. Love you, girlies. Ty for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Bye.